We want the fans to be proud to be a Chicago Bear fan. And so I wanted to give my thanks.
The Chicago Bears 2025 offseason was a significant organizational shift aimed at providing stability for second-year quarterback Caleb Williams and putting the team in a position to win.
Hell yeah!
The biggest change was the hiring of former Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as the new Chicago Bears head coach. Johnson is known for his prolific offensive mind, and he was tasked with developing Williams. He assembled a new coaching staff that included some noticeable names, such as former Saints head coach Dennis Allen as the defensive coordinator, Al Harris as the DB coach, Antoine Randall as wide receiver coach, Eric Bieniemy as the running backs coach. This overhaul signaled a strong commitment from general manager Ryan Poles to build a competitive team and represented a major break from the previous coaching regime that was fired mid-season in 2024. It felt like the Bears may finally have committed fully as an organization to change the pattern of years of missed playoffs and heartbreaking losses. The most aggressive roster moves focused on a complete overhaul of the offensive line's interior to improve pass protection, which is a significant weakness in 2024. The Bears made splashes early by trading for two veteran Pro Bowl caliber guards, Joe Thuney from the Chiefs and Jonah Jackson from the Rams. They completed the interior remodel by signing top free agent center Drew Dalman from the Falcons. In 2025 NFL Draft, the Bears continued to add offensive talent around Williams, utilizing a best player available approach after addressing the offensive line in free agency. With the 10th overall pick, they selected tight end Colston Loveland from Michigan, and in the second round added wide receiver Luther Burden III from Missouri. These additions showed that the Bears' plan was to provide Williams with one of the more impressive skill groups in the NFL.
Not only master our fundamentals over the next couple weeks, also execute the playbook and really bring it to life. We'll work heavily on situational football. It takes time to build that trust. It's really easy to lose that trust.
I take pride in, trying to retain it all, every single detail that we have.
Looking for it's dependability, it's consistency, it's production on a day in and day out basis.
Retaining all the information, all of it makes sense to me, and being able to go out there and execute.
Going back to college and even last year, he's very comfortable in a 2-minute setting. He's very comfortable with tempo type plays.
When Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams go over this play, now you talk about having confidence in your players.
I said it multiple times. I think he's been great for me. He's pushed me. Last year, cadence was a little different than obviously this year.
There really isn't a ton of carryover from what he was asked to do, the play calls or anything of that nature. And so now we're asking him to be a little bit more structured in terms of the play calls. Sometimes there's multiple calls, there's shifts, there's motions. There's a lot more going on mentally than probably there's ever been for him. And so at some point, this thing will start slowing down and he's going to be able to catch up, and his physical ability will take over from there.
That's a goal of mine, is to be top of them all. I want to be the best quarterback, not only for Chicago, but in the league.
Well, the season opener started week 1 versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears started the game strong with quarterback Caleb Williams leading an opening drive touchdown with a 9-yard scramble for the score. Williams was impressive early on, completing his first 10 passes, a franchise record for a season opener. Then Chicago held a 10-6 lead at halftime and extended it to 17-6 into the third quarter. Cornerback Nashawn Wright returned an interception for 74 yards for the score. However, at the end of the game, the momentum shifted dramatically in the fourth quarter, and the Vikings quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, who struggled through the first three quarters, came alive and led Minnesota on 3 consecutive touchdown drives, scoring 21 unanswered. McCarthy connected with wide receiver Justin Jefferson and running back Aaron Jones for touchdown passes and scored a go-ahead 14-yard touchdown scramble under 3 minutes remaining to give the Vikings a 27-24 lead. The Bears fought back one last time with Williams connecting with Rome Odunze for a late touchdown pass to cut the lead to 27-24 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. Loss was a disappointing start to the season for Chicago. A fourth quarter collapse after leading by 11 points was something that the fan base had seen enough of. But Ben Johnson will have to prove that he will be able to change this team and prove it with results.
We haven't fully come together as a unit, a full team yet, just offense, defense, special teams. We got a lot of work still to come, but we're right on track.
Oh, he had him all right. That's one that he's going to be kicking himself.
I think our execution just has to be better, and when it comes down to those penalties,
it definitely was a point of emphasis for us going into the game, knowing that we had to play a clean game, and unfortunately, as the game went on, it got a little messy.
It comes down to being able to go out there and be together.
Week 2 at Detroit Lions, Bears lose 52-21. The Bears' first road game brought them to Ford Field in Detroit. Starting the season with a division loss against the Vikings was painful enough, but the Bears have an opportunity to get to 1-1. The results were disappointing. Detroit never trailed in the game. The Lions quarterback Jared Goff was outstanding, completing 23-28 passes for 338 yards and a career-high 5 touchdowns. Concerns were very real for another painful season of watching the team struggle.
The Bears.
I've said it multiple times. We're going to fight. We're going to fight until the clock says 0. And from there, we'll give it our best shot.
My team and I just lost a national championship, and I didn't get the chance to play. Like fire ignited in me. That night I decided to play quarterback.
Today's LFG player of the game.
And not only be playing quarterback, but to be the best quarterback.
Man, I got to start with that last throw.
Just, you want to win. That's it.
We know who we are. We know we're real. We know that, some of the issues we had today were just may have been a drop here, may have been a drop there in certain moments, and it's those are frustrating moments. But it's something that those moments happen, and so you don't waver, you don't lose the confidence. You stay right where you are. You understand that those moments are gonna happen. You keep trying to lead your guys, and then from there, when it hits, you just keep harping on that. Here we go.
Got a little rolled ankle, and so I got to nurse that, but got a lot more to show. Definitely can be better for the team.
Go win a bunch of games, and then long-term goal, just win in life overall, just be successful. That's really my only long-term goal. Go be successful in the pros, go and try to be the best that you can in the pros.
We got to play complementary football at the end of the day too. If one unit isn't playing as well as we'd like, we need both offense and special teams to come through and balance us on out. We simply didn't stop the bleeding in really any phase and play complementary football.
Just the fact that they traded Justin Fields and they cleared some runway for you to land, is that your full expectation to be headed there?
It's a good question.
Hollywood stuff into the building, especially now with guys who played this game. I feel like at a high level for consecutive years in the league.
Caleb and his group do not want to go to Chicago.
They are taking Caleb Williams.
I hold grudges. I hold all of that. And so when I see you, I'll remember it. And so when we get on the field and things like that, You'll hear from me. I'm not one to sit back and allow you to tarnish what I've earned and worked for, and how I live my everyday life, which is with respect, caring and love, and taking care of people and working hard.
You know, reflecting on the season and then looking, there's a time where you have to pair everything together. Look at your roster at the end of the year. You look at free agency, you look at the draft, just to get a snapshot of everything and what the path looks like. And as we were kind of going through it, we knew on film that the talent that Caleb had was undeniable, and it's one of those things where it pops off the tape for you. So at that point, once we knew the tape was there, it really came down to knowing the person to make sure he was a good fit for everything. So once all that came together, we knew that was going to be the direction we were going to go in.
If they draft me, my plan is to go work my ass off, get after it, get in the playbook.
How are you with timeouts?
I like to call them.
Week number 3 of the 2025 NFL season at Soldier Field in Chicago saw former Bears head coach Matt Eberflus as the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys.
Good call by the whoever this coordinator was. And that would be me.
But you know when to call them?
Yeah.
Botched at the end by the Bears.
Like 30 seconds left, kind of scrambling. You got a timeout in your pocket, maybe call it?
Yeah, if you need it, you call it.
Okay. All right, that's good.
The Bears vanquished the Cowboys 31-14. The Bears earned their first win of the season against Dallas. Caleb Williams responding to a frustrating 0-2 start with a breakout performance. He completed 19 of 28 passes for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns, posting a 142.6 passer rating and showcasing his big play abilities. The first Bears offensive drive resulted in a punt, but the defense was able to respond and take the ball away as Dallas Cowboys running back Javonte Williams was going down the sidelines. The number 29, Tyreek Stevenson, yanked the ball away from him, just took it out of his hands. Bears ball, and they never looked back. Chicago's offense combined explosive passing with effective situational running to control the game's tempo. The defense held Dallas to just 14 points, forcing multiple 3-and-outs and creating opportunities for short fields that the offense capitalized on. The balanced attack allowed the Bears to stretch the lead throughout the second quarter, maintain it comfortably. The rookie, Luther Burden, scored on an amazing 65-yard flea flicker that saw DeAndre Swift throw it back just a little bit high, but Caleb Williams was able to get it and then throw it down the field for the touchdown. The rookie, Luther Burden, on the day had 101 yards receiving and that score. The third period saw the Bears put together a drive that went 19 plays, 76 yards, and chewed up 9 minutes and 54 seconds of the game clock, the longest scoring drive of the NFL season at that time. This victory snapped an early losing skid and marked head coach Ben Johnson's first win as the head man of the Chicago Bears. It also provided a confidence boost as Chicago's offense executed over multiple phases and the defense limited explosive plays. A complete game, a much-needed game for the Chicago Bears.
We came through with timely plays when we needed it.
Better execution from all of us.
Playing great situational football, and I'm talking about third down, red zone, and 2 minute.
You know, this is a big game for us.
Caleb, you know, I'm looking at his numbers. 142.6 passer rating and 4 touchdowns.
Big game for them.
Play fake, looking to throw, going deep, searching for DJ Moore, over the shoulder, catch, made, touchdown Bears! It's over at Soldier Field. The Iceman coming. The Iceman taketh a 46-yard spiral to the end zone to DJ Moore. 22-16 Bears, 4:50 in overtime, and DJ Moore is mobbed in the north end of Soldier Field as the fans celebrate, everybody on their feet. What a strike. Ben Johnson going for the big ball, and it's Captain Crunch time. Caleb does it again.
Being able to come in here with the right mindset. Us and execute plays that we need to execute, gives us the best chance to go win the game.
All right, ladies and gents, let's do a Week 4 recap. Bears at Raiders. This story is all about resilience, all right? So, Week 4 on the road in Vegas against a Raiders team that thought the script was really already written. The Chicago Bears walked into Las Vegas and walked out with a 25-24 win, and they earned every single inch of it. And yards were hard to come by. Here's the difference between this Bears team and other Bears team. When the offense struggles, the defense refuses to fold. Four forced turnovers. Yeah, read that again. 4, including 3 interceptions off of quarterback Geno Smith. And here's the moment that tells you what kind of team this is, okay? A fumbled snap. Everything breaks down. Chaos. Santos? Still calm. No panic. No hero ball. Just command. This defense does not fold. It's that simple. Defense comes in. The final stand. The Raiders are going to make one last push. Kicker Daniel Colston lines up a 54-yard field goal to win it. Special teams ace Josh Blackwell explodes through and gets a hand on it. Ball hits the turf. Clock runs out. Game over.
Let's go! Let's go! Snap is good.
I think if you just look at this week in particular.
Full display.
Oh my gosh, right here. Nobody open. And Caleb Williams makes something work from nothing.
Matt Eberflus's team never led for 59 minutes and 37 seconds. Until this.
Yeah, that second last play before the Hail Mary, 13-yard strike, they get out of bounds in 2 seconds. Are you preparing that play for them to run some kind of shots at the end zone?
8 to 12-yard outcut that should take 3 seconds max. I'm telling you right now, this is not the Hail Mary time.
Because you're defending touchdown, right? You're defending touchdown there, and them throwing the ball for 13 yards or 10 yards, whatever that is, doesn't really matter.
Now throw it.
There it is, Tony. Right on your design.
And it came down to a 2-second play to the last play.
Not only were the Commanders coming off a year where they just played in the NFC Championship, but the painful memory of the matchup from last year,
Easiest Hail Mary catch you'll ever see,
is still very fresh. Last thing anyone wanted, thing close to that to be a repeat. The Bears jumped out to an early 13-0 lead in the second quarter, primarily due to an effective defense that generated 2 early turnovers. An interception by Jaquan Brisker and a fumble recovery by Kyler Gordon, forced by Montez Sweat. Caleb Williams capitalized on the second turnover with a 1-yard rushing touchdown to help build the lead. Chicago's offense found a spark with a massive 55-yard touchdown reception by running back DeAndre Swift, who led the team with 108 rushing yards and 67 receiving yards. Despite the touchdown, the two-point conversion attempt failed, and the Bears still trailed the Commanders. Defense forced another crucial turnover late in the fourth quarter when Jaden Daniels and his running back fumbled a snap on 3rd and 1 in Washington's territory. Caleb Williams then led the offense down the field, positioning the ball for a game-winning field goal. Kicker Jake Moody, yes, Jake Moody, if you remember, elevated from the practice squad earlier that day to replace an injured Cairo Santos, nailed a 38-yard field goal as time expired to seal the thrilling 25-24 victory. This victory signified Chicago's ability to finish in clutch situations on the road in 2025.
Once again, our team was resilient and they found a way to win.
Week 7 was followed up with the New Orleans Saints. The Bears jumped out to an early 20-0 lead into the second quarter. The dominant start was fueled by a strong rushing attack that finished with a season-high 222 yards total and an opportunistic defense that forced early turnovers. The Saints did rally with 2 quick touchdowns, bridging the second and third quarters to cut the deficit to 20-14, and quarterback Spencer Rattler connected with wide receiver Chris Olave for a 21-yard touchdown just before halftime and a 14-yard touchdown on the opening drive of the third quarter. However, that was as close as the Saints would get. The Bears defense, led by defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, facing his former team, dominated the rest of the game, holding the New Orleans Saints scoreless for the final 24 minutes of the game. The defense generated 4 takeaways in total, including 3 interceptions by Nashawn Wright, Kevin Byard, and Tremaine Edmonds. And the Bears closed out the game by relying on their strong running game and adding 2 more field goals from kicker Jake Moody in the fourth quarter to secure a 26-14 victory. Chicago's balanced approach and opportunistic defense helped them sustain their first multiple-game winning streak of the season and improving their record to 4-2.
How did you handle losing?
I don't think I would be a very good person to talk about losing.
Better execution from all of us. You know, this is a big game for us. Big game for them. Being able to come in and, come in here with the right mindset. Us and execute plays that we need to execute, gives us the best chance to go win the game.
Deserved it, and it's phenomenal to see them get the recognition they deserve. What we've seen the last, call it 6-7 weeks, has been a guy that's highly motivated. You don't know when your time's going to come, but you got to stay ready at all times. They're committed and they want to get better.
Week 8 at Baltimore Ravens, Bears lose 30-16. Chicago's offense struggled to generate explosive plays against the Ravens in the Week 8. The Bears scored just 16 points and were held in check by Baltimore's disciplined defense. The Bears entered the game riding a 4-game winning streak, but the Ravens, despite being without their starting quarterback Lamar Jackson, snapped their own 4-game losing streak with the victory. The loss dropped the Bears' record to 4-3 on the season, with backup quarterback Tyler Huntley managing the game effectively and running back Derrick Henry scoring 2 rushing touchdowns. Bears quarterback Caleb Williams dropped back targeting Rome Odunze and threw a crucial interception to Ravens cornerback Nate Wiggins. The Bears defense struggled, allowing 177 rushing yards. The performance the Chicago Bears had shown in Week 3 now seemed a bit distant. Narrow, last-minute thrilling victories in the past several weeks, the loss brought the team back down to earth.
it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and blame, like, oh, we didn't have a running game and we didn't have a defense. The truth of the matter is that those parts of the team have played better than expected, and it's not the plan. We drafted a running back in the 7th round. We've ignored the defensive line for years. What the plan is let's see, we drafted a top 10 wide receiver. We drafted a top 10 tight end. We drafted a top 10 right tackle. We took a first overall pick, traded it back, and got DJ Moore. We took a first overall pick and got Caleb Williams. That's the plan, and it's falling short. Just like we could play these games of, oh, well, we should have won this game last year. We should have won that game last year. Okay, well, we could have lost 2 games very easily this year. And if we were 2-4 coming into this game, it would have been a much different conversation about Caleb based off the way he's played. I don't want inflated success. I want real success. And real success comes from executing a plan. And I'm seeing that plan fall short.
Fair. It's a great call, Paul. No question. Absolutely 1,000% fair what he just said.
Appreciate you guys.
Chicago's offense erupted in Week 9, topping 47 points in a back-and-forth shootout with the Bengals, a game that featured over 1,000 total yards of offense, one of the season's most thrilling contests, as Ben Johnson reached into his bag of tricks and a touchdown pass from wide receiver DJ Moore was thrown to quarterback Caleb Williams. The Bears later followed up with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Williams to Olamide Zaccheaus. The Bengals held a narrow 20-17 lead at halftime, with veteran quarterback Joe Flacco connecting with T. Higgins on a 44-yard touchdown pass. Defensively, Chicago struggled to slow Cincinnati's attack, surrendering multiple long drives throughout the game. In the second half, the Bears were able to build a seemingly safe 41-27 lead late in the fourth quarter. However, the Bengals rallied, scoring a touchdown and 2-point conversion with a minute 43 remaining, then recovering the onside kick and later scoring a touchdown to take a 42-41 lead with only 54 seconds remaining. Caleb Williams had one last chance. With just 17 seconds left on the clock, Williams connected with rookie tight end Colston Loveland for a gutsy throw over the middle, and the 10th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft out of the University of Michigan and 2023 national champion did the rest. Going all the way for a game-winning 58-yard touchdown. The Bears fought till the end and earned the victory 47-42. Receiving leaders put up big numbers. Loveland's game-winning score capped a huge performance, while DJ Moore and other key targets consistently gained yardage. The Bears' ability to convert deep passes and sustain long scoring drives put their offensive firepower on full display and improved the Bears to a 5-3 record.
The big games keep coming. The job is not done. Do not forget that.
A lot of teams this time of year, you're pushing to stay alive and
make sure you enjoy it, all right? The big games, they keep coming now.
We've got a very strong locker room. We've got a positive veteran influence in there.
Turn me up, man.
I feel very strongly about that group and nothing.
This is classic Walter Payton. He makes contact with the defensive players more than any great back has ever played this game.
Good, better, better. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Better gets better.
Whole nother height. And he did it in a way that was so classy and respectable.
Never let it rest.
certain narrative out there about him, and they wanted to change that narrative. It's just a matter of time. You know, each guy's gonna have their own moment in the sun, if you will. We're just trying to win a ball game, and so that's the most important thing.
And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. I know this is the toughest division of football right now. There's 3 teams that made the playoffs this year. I've got tremendous amount of respect for the coaches and the players in this league. Having competed against them for the last 6 years. With that being said, I do have a message here for the players. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. The only way for this team and for you as individual players to reach your potential is to be pushed and to be challenged. And that's exactly what I and my staff plan on doing. We're gonna push, we're gonna challenge. And along with those high standards, there's also gonna be a high level of support as well. That's what it's gonna be about from start to finish. When you walk in, it'll be crystal clear, the communication, the structure, and the consistency, and that will never waver. Listen, it's clear that modern football in the NFL is quarterback driven. That is no secret. You can look at analytics. Right now, quarterback success is a higher predictor of winning and losing than turnover ratio, which has been for 20 plus years. Okay, that's changed. So there's no doubt Caleb played a large component into my decision. He is a phenomenal talent. Our mission starting this spring is to win and to win now.
Take a deep breath, relax. Things are going to start to change now. There's a different level of expectations of what's required of you now that you all are sitting in these seats. I'll share this quote with you. Differences are what make champions, not the similarities. Whatever you can do to help this team win, you need to have that mindset right now. If you want to attain and be a part of something special, which is what is in this room, you got to think differently. And that starts right now. If you work hard for this team, I swear to you, this city will love you.
Care goes a long way. Places that love football, places that care about football, places that have the same goals and aspirations in mind.
I have no idea what to think about this team. We've seen so much inconsistency, but all of it's been overcome. They win. Then you have these flashes. They're able to go toe-to-toe and put points on the board with their offense. One thing's definitely for sure. When it matters the most, the Chicago Bears are playing their best football. And that is exactly what the Bears did when they hosted the Giants in a critical NFC matchup, and they secured a very hard-fought victory. Williams completed 22 of 34 passes, 238 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A pivotal fourth-quarter scoring drive to Odunze. Odunze finishes the game with 7 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, on the ground, DeAndre Swift rushed for 86 yards, helped sustain time and possession drives that kept the Giants' offense off the field. Tight end Colston Loveland was targeted heavily again, just like he was last week, on intermediate routes, recording 5 catches for 58 yards, providing a reliable safety blanket for Williams while he was under pressure. An iconic Air Caleb moment where Williams spun out of a sack and rolled out to hit Colston Loveland for a 20-yard gain in a crucial moment. It's one of the most memorable plays of the entire 2025 Chicago Bears season. Now, trailing 20-10, 4 minutes left into the game, the Bears comeback begins. Caleb showed off his leadership and athleticism by running in a 17-yard touchdown with just 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the game, putting the Bears ahead 24-20, sealing the dramatic home victory. When it matters the most, the Bears are playing their best football.
We win, we lose. People have stuff to say. It was lucky, it was not lucky. People have stuff to say.
Said it kind of slows down for him, everything, some people might speed up and feel the pressure of that moment, everything kind of slows down for him.
It doesn't matter. We're only worried about what's going on here.
That's a great quarterback.
It's a long season.
I just want to keep stacking wins.
Obviously you work and you want to catch fire as soon as possible, but you want to make sure you're hitting strides at the right time and the right peak of the season.
And honestly, I just do my job. I come out here trying to execute the plays and maximize the opportunities that come my way.
I love winning. I guess you guys love winning, so it's a great feeling. We all happy. And if it's like this every week, we all gonna lose some years off our life, but we're gonna be good.
This is gonna be a challenge. I am well aware of that. I know what this division's about. Nothing more important than that locker room and us serving that locker room and those players. All right? They need to understand that, and they need to feel that from us every single day. And if we do that, the wins are going to come.
Chicago grinded out a huge road win in a low-scoring physical game. Caleb Williams didn't force anything. Finishing with 192 passing yards and a touchdown, he protected the football and extended drives when it mattered most. That's winning quarterback play. Rome Odunze was clutch on third down.
Look at this effort. Good decision, kind of a quick throw.
Hauling in 64 yards and consistently moving the chains. On the ground, DeAndre Swift set the tone with 76 rushing yards, keeping the offense on schedule and helping Chicago dominate the time of possession. Special teams, absolutely clutch. Cairo Santos drilled 3 field goals, including the game winner, proving once again how valuable points are in tight NFC matchups. And defensively, the Bears would slam the door, holding the Minnesota Vikings to just 17 points. They limited explosive plays, and the unit delivered a massive fourth-quarter stop to seal the victory. With the win, Chicago would move to 7-3 and pick up key momentum in their race to take back the NFC North.
That's been a huge part of our season so far, where late in the game there that we've been able to pull it out at the end, and we know we're not out of it. Every minute within that 60 minutes is really important for us. What's come to fruition is just the fact that these are a bunch of mentally tough guys. I think it speaks volumes about how they're wired mentally. They kind of step up to the plate when the pressure's on. So I think that's what we've seen so far.
The Chicago Bears defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-28 at Soldier Field, earning their 4th victory in a row and 8th in 9 games. The game was a tightly contested back-and-forth affair from the start. Pittsburgh managed to take a 21-14 lead late in the second quarter. The Bears' offense responded efficiently, ultimately scoring 17 unanswered points that spanned the second and fourth quarters to build a commanding 31-21 lead. This run included a crucial field goal just as the first half expired, adding valuable points heading into halftime. Bears quarterback Caleb Williams was instrumental in the win, throwing for 3 touchdowns. The Chicago defense, despite being severely depleted by injuries, missing all 3 starting linebackers and 2 starting cornerbacks, generated 2 key takeaways during the game. The offense successfully capitalized on both of these turnovers, turning them into points. The Steelers, playing without their injured star quarterback Aaron Rodgers, relied heavily on their ground game, which managed to accumulate 186 rushing yards. Pittsburgh managed to cut the Bears' lead to 31-28 with just over 6 minutes remaining after a long, sustained 17-play drive that consumed a significant amount of clock time. The Bears' injury-riddled defense was forced to make one final stand in the game's closing minutes to preserve their lead. With the Steelers driving near midfield in the final minute of play, the defense delivered the decisive play. On a 4th down attempt, safety Jaquan Brisker managed to tip a pass at the line of scrimmage with only 17 seconds left on the clock effectively sealing the victory for Chicago. The win boosted the Bears' record to 8-3, solidifying their grip on the NFC North.
Bears at Eagles. Now, this was a statement game, period. It was a short week, Black Friday. The Bears were on the road in Philadelphia against the defending Super Bowl champions. Yeah, that's right. So win this game, and the Chicago Bears move up to 9-3 and claim the number 2 seed in the NFC. No pressure, right? Run the ball, take their will, right? Now, from the opening kick, the Bears made one thing very clear. This game was going to be played on their terms. Now, the Bears' offense unleashed a dominant ground attack, piling up 281 rushing yards. That's a clinic in physical football, folks. DeAndre Swift went over 100 yards against his former team and scored the game's first touchdown. And Kyle Manangai, the other side of this two-headed monster, well, he also topped 100 yards, making this the first time since 1985 that 2 Bears running backs hit the century mark in the same game, folks. Manangai added his 4th straight with a rushing touchdown and continued his breakout stretch. Now, Philadelphia knew that the run was going to come, so they did what they could, but they still couldn't stop it. As far as defense goes, well, the defense sets the tone. We know this. And while the offense controlled the clock, the Bears' defense flat out stole momentum. 2 turnovers forced from Jalen Hurts, who had thrown only 1 interception all season before this game. And then Kevin Byard snagged his NFL-leading 6th interception, continuing his all-pro caliber year. And then came the moment that changed everything. Nashawn Wright forced and recovered the fumble football. He snuck around and he stripped that thing out. He forced it, stuffing that drive, and that could have really swung the game, folks. Now, Lincoln Financial Field turned hostile. Caleb delivered the dagger, the 28-yard strike to Cole Kmet for the 6th. And then we had a score of 24-9. It was just ugly, folks. Ball game. And this wasn't Philly had an off day. This was a statement.
Good, better, bad! Good, better, bad! Never let it rest! Never let it rest! It's good gets better! It's good gets better! It better gets better! It better gets better! Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3!
End of the day, just really proud of everybody involved. You know, short week, we really hadn't had one of those yet.
Yeah, I think it's mindset, and I think it's just execution.
You know, both the backs, over 100 yards was just outstanding. We knew it was going to be a race trying to get everything in and kind of harping on the guys that the details were going to be the difference here this week. And
we work our tail off to try and, not have these, situations.
You know, we got good veteran leadership to help keep everybody in line, and
you could feel decisiveness. You could feel them hitting it downhill.
Just focus on the small details, doing our job, execution.
I think our guys have done a great job. Just this pursuit of getting better each and every week, because I think the guys still see that we're capable of a lot more than what we put on tape already.
Yeah, it's frustration. Just because we shot ourselves in the foot. I think more than anything.
Going ahead and turn the page here to Green Bay, and it's a good team, man. They're playing good football right now. They've really come on, especially these last 3 games. Offense is playing at a high level.
This is a big game for us.
The quarterback is very accurate.
It's a big game for them.
Play fake, looking to throw, going deep, searching for DJ Moore, over the shoulder, catch made, touchdown Bears! It's over at Soldier Field!
All of us like to think that we're the most well-rounded coaches on the planet, but that's just not the case.
They weren't necessarily confusing us or doing anything too out of the ordinary. It's a good D coordinator, and they've been a good defense throughout this year.
They're pretty loaded across the board.
Not making the plays. Obviously, we want to focus on having a better outcome and starting fast. You love being in these games. You love being in these competitive games. You love being in these high-stake games. You love being in, away games and things like that.
So we've got a tall task here.
Your road still goes through us.
We get asked the question like, oh, who's better, Jordan Love or Caleb Williams or this and that? Well, it's like, I don't like to look at it that way. I like to look at it in the terms of value. Or what type of play are you getting for what you're spending on it. You guys are spending a lot on Jordan Love, man. He's falling short for you guys. I think he's going to be the reason why you don't ultimately achieve what you want to achieve. I don't know. What do you think about Jordan Love? What do you think?
I think you can say that, but you don't know.
Along this road, I want you to understand that I stand here today and I just want you to know that I know that it is not me. I want you to know that there was a tremendous investment by so many people. And that is the reason I am here. Let me introduce you to my team. And to be on this team, you got to be able to give sacrifice. You got to be able to have integrity. You got to be able to have character. You got to be able to keep coming back. No matter how tough, no matter how hard it gets, keep coming back. Nothing is free. You want it, you got to give it. You got to give everything you've got, son, and then more.
I hold grudges. I hold all of that. And so when I see you, I'll remember it. And so when we get on the field and things like that, you'll hear from me. I'm not one to sit back and allow you to tarnish what I've earned and worked for, and how I live my everyday life.
The Bears had an opportunity for a get-right game against the struggling Cleveland Browns. Chicago jumped out to an early lead in the first quarter with a 6-yard rushing touchdown from DeAndre Swift. And Caleb Williams added a 3-yard touchdown pass to TJ Moore. The offense controlled the game with a balanced attack, totaling 361 yards of offense. Williams finished the game with 242 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, while Swift rushed for a cool 98 yards. The Bears' defense was the highlight of the game, holding the Browns to a single field goal. They forced 3 interceptions and converted those takeaways into 17 points in the second half. The defense registered 5 sacks and held the Browns' rookie QB, Shedeur Sanders, to a 30.3 passer rating. The Browns' offense struggled immensely, managing only 192 total yards and failing to score a single touchdown. The Browns' defense allowed 30 points for the second consecutive week. And another Air Caleb moment of the Iceman himself, guiding a missile through traffic on a frozen rope straight to DJ Moore. The blowout victory was the most lopsided win Chicago had since 2020. The Bears demonstrated their ability to handle a struggling team, a performance that spoke volumes about their potential as a top NFC contender.
In terms of the game, I thought the guys did a great job coming out and taking care of the business. You know, you come off a very highly emotional game. The easy thing to do is allow that to spiral out of control. This was really an outstanding performance. I mean, there's a number of areas, you know, you win a game 31-3, and there's still a number of areas where we need to address and we need to continue to get better as a team.
Were the guys, when I fell flat on my face, they were there to say, hey, Mike, get up, you can do it. They were there to pick me up, they were there to encourage me, and they were there to tell me the truth. Not to say because there was so much cheering. There were so many people just cheering. And it was loud and it was rowdy. It was a band. People today say, these fans are crazy. Hey, man, you are the greatest. I want you to know that it's because of you.
Our rivalry team, the Green Bay Packers. This was the rivalry rematch, part 2. And ladies and gentlemen, it was nothing short of spectacular. The fact that we started off a little rugged, a little out of sync, a little inconsistent, I knew coming into this game, this team was more than motivated after the first damn game that we played against them, got away from us. They laid the dollar short in that game. But guess what? We came with all the motivation, all the intensity, and all the fire that you can muster up inside your damn body.
There were so many people just cheering. And it was loud and it was rowdy.
Put to rest this whole idea that them Green Bay Packers owned us. Because that team in that locker room, our Bears team, knew what was at stake.
Give sacrifice. You got to be able to have integrity. You got to be able to have character. You got to be able to keep coming back, no matter how tough, no matter how hard it gets. Keep coming back.
Coming into our house, we knew how much more we wanted this than they did. business. Despite the fact that we were down early in this game, we were never out. We have just taken the rightful place as the damn division leaders of the NFC North, where we rightfully damn deserve.
Looking to throw, going deep, searching for DJ Moore, over the shoulder, catch, made, touchdown Bears! It's over at Soldier Field!
And Chicago against the damn world. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. The light is on. Can you feel the Iceman coming? And he's coming with the chills. There is no quarterback more clutch, more quarter clutch than our quarterback. We ended that game the way it was supposed to end it.
It's gonna get better! It's gonna get better! It better get better! It better get better! Bears on three! 1, 2, 3! Bears!
I think we became a team today. We became a team.
All you got to do is want it as much as we know we want it. You want it that much?
Bear down.
It's week 17 in the 2025 NFL season, and the Chicago Bears are coming off of an overtime win against the Green Bay Packers in week 16. Now, on a short week, with the locker room battling the flu, the Bears will travel across the country to Santa Clara, California to take on the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers are playing their best football. Kyle Shanahan has the team coached up and ready for the playoffs. Just 2 years ago, they took the Chiefs to overtime in the Super Bowl, and the team is hungry to get back and win it. Most challenging opponent of the season. It became a shootout that featured constant lead changes. The game started with a bang for the Bears as linebacker T.J. Edwards intercepted Brock Purdy's first pass in scrimmage. He turned it 34 yards for a touchdown. However, the 49ers offense quickly responded, and both teams traded touchdowns throughout the first half, resulting in a 2021 tie. This game was noted as the first time in NFL history a regular season game had been tied at 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35 points. And man, it was an exciting football game. Brock Purdy accounted for 5 touchdowns, 3 passing, 2 rushing, while Christian McCaffrey added 140 rushing yards and a touchdown. Caleb Williams, he led a solid offensive performance for Chicago, throwing for a season-high 330 yards and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions. Rookie wide receiver Luther Burden had a breakout game with 8 catches for 138 yards and a touchdown, while tight end Colston Loveland added a touchdown catch as well. The Bears defense, however, struggled to contain the potent 49ers offense, allowing 496 total yards and 42 points. In the fourth quarter, the Bears took a 38-35 lead on a Cairo Santos field goal with just over 5 minutes remaining, but the 49ers responded with the 38-yard game-winning touchdown pass from Brock Purdy to Jawan Jennings with 2 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock. Cardiac Bears marched down the field, reaching the San Francisco 2-yard line with only seconds remaining. On the final play of the game, a pass from Caleb Williams intended for Jahdae Walker in the end zone fell incomplete. No moral victories in the NFL, but the Bears fought to the very end and proved they belong with the best team in the NFC.
Not good enough to win this game, not good enough to win, the upcoming games. And so we got to get better, all sides of the ball. But speaking on offense, whatever happens on the other side of the ball, it's not something that we can control. So we have to control what we can, and we got to come out starting fast, being better, and we'll do that here coming up. You can't dwell on the past, but you got to find ways to correct what you did in the past and through the losses.
a win is a win. Even better when we play the Packers.
Said last night, you make your money in the regular season, but in the postseason, legacy, your name, everything, and so that's us.
got to get a good rush with these three guys. So you got 5 offensive linemen blocking 3 rushers. Someone's got to be able to put some pressure on Jordan Love.
Wow.
Yes.
Don't even be stunned. It's normal. This is Ben Johnson normal. My goodness, I cannot believe it. Your Bears have ended a decade and a half of heartbreak, change, reimagining, rethinking, and look what they brought here. Game is over. Game is over. The Bears have come from all the way behind, and they beat the Green Bay Packers 31-27. All the ghosts of 15 seasons have been released into this cold January night, and the Bears, 5 coaches after they won their last playoff game, Ben Johnson brought belief into that building at Hallis Hall, and the belief carried over into a one-play-at-a-time mentality, down 21-3 at halftime, and they come all the way back to take the lead, 31-27. They brought us to the brink, Tommy. Bears are going to the divisional round, baby. Snap back, 4-man rush. Caleb with a double move, throw down the left sideline. DJ Moore inside the 5, end zone, touchdown! Touchdown Bears! They've taken the lead on the Packers with 1:43 to go. 25 yards, the same connection. Week 16, a walk-off win. This connection, a 3-point lead. Wow!
Are there two teams that hate each other right now more than the Bears and Packers?
You know when they really hate each other is when the fucking two coaches, you can't hide it.
Fuck Green Bay! Yeah!
This is a rivalry, and the city of Chicago, Green Bay, it needs to be a rivalry. I don't like that team.
Hey, they said the Bears suck. Bitch, this my motherfucking house. God damn it. Oh, shit. This is my house. Oh. This is our house.
Then he escapes, looks downfield, and fires an absolute perfect throw to Komet.
Caleb was doing everything he could. He put his Superman cape on a few times to not go down, extend the play.
Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks.
LaFleur's got to be fucking pissed.
No, look at his face.
It's tough, dog. But the Bears have been doing what the Bears have been doing, man. They're those fourth quarter surges and.
My goodness, what a throw!
Go Packers!
Yeah.
Go Packers!
You're gonna be fucking crying on the way home, dude. Some quarterbacks just have that ability to just fucking flip that switch, and they get into that mode of where, you know, I don't have to think about this. This is do or die.
Comes down to this.
Caleb Williams came up fucking huge, gave us some highlights that we'll remember forever.
Touchdown! What? Are you kidding me?
Had his eyes on Caleb Williams. He saw the release point. I'm not sure that Moore ever did.
You all have a common goal. You all sacrifice family time, you know, and things like that, and all that you sacrifice to be in this position, to be in those moments. And so it's tough.
It was really hard to accomplish what we accomplished, and it wasn't good enough. And it's going to be that much harder to put ourselves in that position again next season.
I know you are hurting today, but wow. Holy crap.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, you talked about that 4th and 8 from last week and how outstanding that was, and I think this one was probably even another level ahead of that. So there's some things that you just can't coach. He's got that.
Tell me you don't agree, right? Is there anybody here who thinks that you don't agree that he's that good and he will get stronger for it? Obviously, I know you wanted it this year. No doubt about it.
No, man, that dude can win MVP next year.
No question about it.
Awesome. I think
and I love
everything. They are going to be back.
No doubt. No doubt about it. I have zero doubts about it.
They say his accuracy isn't there, right? But
that's fixing.
You can fix all that. You can't teach what he did on that throw. That's
bingo.
But from in the moment, you know, saw the front side safety down. Front side of the concept, you know, ended up getting hemmed up a little bit, and so moved on and had DJ going over top over all of it. Miscommunication between him and I. Tried to flatten him off under the safety, and he kept it vertical from, you know, what I saw on you know, obviously in the moment.
Caleb's also an eraser of his teammates' mistakes by not pinning it on his wide receiver. In the media, which young quarterbacks are prone to do because maybe that's in their DNA, or they're not used to talking to the media. This kid is 100% ready for the spotlight. In every way, shape, and form, Bears fans, you are good. I know you're hurting, but honestly,
a lot of work coming up.
It doesn't matter what happened throughout the game, that we can come through. We know who we are. We know we're real. We know that some of the issues we had today were just may have been a drop here, may have been a drop there in certain moments, and it's those are frustrating moments. But it's something that those moments happen, and so you don't waver, you don't lose the confidence. You stay right where you are. You understand that those moments are going to happen. You keep trying to lead your guys, and then from there, when it hits, you just keep harping on that. Here we go. It's time to make a play, and I need y'all. I need y'all right here, right now. It's time to go in the game.
There is no building off of this. We go back to square one. We're back at the bottom again, and that's really all 32 teams. If you feel otherwise, you're probably missing the big picture. We're back at. We got to start from scratch. We got to start from the fundamentals. With the processes that we believe in as a coaching staff, and so I think more than anything else, they're going to know what they're getting themselves into.
Dylan.
Yes.
Can you hear me? It's Ryan Post from the Chicago Bears. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You ready to come back to the Midwest?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
With the 25th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Dylan Thieneman.
It's rare that you see a safety as a guy that you really worry about.
I'm the kind of player that just all he thinks about is football. Like growing up, every single sport has always been football.
And yet it was pretty quickly that you could turn on his tape and realize he's always around the football. He's got a knack for the football. He's a great tackler, and when he does it with violence. And so, to me, his style of play showed up. I thought Oregon did a great job putting him in a position to succeed.
You ready to be a Bear?
High level production, and then when you combine that with the athlete that he is, the football IQ, to us it was a no-brainer. I really do think he's going to be a guy that one of those rare safety types that coordinators are going to have to account for.
You ready to be a Bear? Hell yeah, I'm ready.
We were really smitten with Logan throughout the process. Dan Rochar, Kyle Devan, they went out and went to several places this springtime.
Well, the Iowa football program, they are known for having solid offensive linemen. That tradition has continued in 2025.
You ready to go? I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
It's been awesome. I was fortunate to be able to have a 30 visit here, just talk and meet with the coaches. It just reminded me a lot of Iowa, just the culture, the people. Like, it truly is a special place, I can just tell.
To make sure we could identify the guys that we felt really good about, and obviously Logan was at the top of the list for us.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, the playbook, you know, after talking with coaches, seems like there's a little bit more on the center's plate here, which is exciting, and just the terminology, learning all that.
Welcome to Chicago, and glad you're coming here so we can win some championships together.
And just being in a new setting, right? Meeting new guys, and you know, being a center, you got to be able to go up there, make a call, and be confident, and have the guys around you trust you, and that's something you got to earn. So it's like being a freshman again. You got to come in, earn the trust of everybody, and it'll be fun. I look forward to it.
We saw all the traits that we're looking for, whether it's the run game or a pass pro, and we brought him in for a top 30, and I think that's when it really solidified it.
I really fell in love with, you know, the tight end position early on, and you know, wanted to be the next Zach Ertz, the next Dalton Schultz, Colby Parkinson.
You got Colston, Loveland, who you love. You got Cole Kmet, who you love. Well, we're really targeted at that third tight end spot. What does it look like? What do we value the most?
Chicago, you know, we're top 5 in 12 and 13 personnel usage, and obviously it's an extremely talented tight end room, and you know, that's something that's going to get talked about. But you know, I'm going to come in and I'm going to compete, and you know, iron sharpens iron, going to make the room better, and you know, I'm really excited to learn from those guys. You know, really thankful for, you know, the gifts I've been given and the ability to play football, and you know, this has been my dream since I was a little kid.
They're coming from the perimeter. Gilbranson cuts it loose.
I love to compete. I was telling coaches all week I was going to do everything.
For the Cardinal, he'll shoot it downfield. The catch is made. That's Roush.
Blocking's a huge part of my identity as a player. That's something that I take immense pride in. That's something that I've, you know, worked on every day in college. That's obviously where a lot of my value is in the league. And Chicago's a place that's going to value that.
Breaking free, can he beat the field to the end zone, and Sam Roush scores?
I'm going to do everything that I can to, you know, play my role on this team, and you know, all I want to do is help the team be successful, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Left, deep pass, open receiver, Xavier Thomas.
And so what is most appealing to us might not be most appealing to the next guy. Same thing with the wide receiver discussion that you're talking about, what's most appealing for us. And as we fill out that room, knowing that Rome and Luther are big components of it, we want to find guys that help complement the skill sets.
Thomas maintains his footing. There's a ball down the field, caught. They pick up the pressure, gets rid of it, and gets it complete. Just an amazing effort there by Thomas, who stretches out. Running it on 2nd and 15. Thomas steps on the gas. Nussmeier toward the end zone, touchdown! Scramble drill on the run, end zone, score! On the first play, Van Buren's going to take a shot, one-on-one ball over there. See Xavier Thomas here. 20, going straight to the 15. Looking for a seat. Got it. Xavier Thomas gets another block, and he's got it in mid. Out of the backfield, touchdown Tigers, Thomas. Pocket. Texas brings pressure, and they'll get the sack.
There's names that we were real convicted about, that again we had clarity on what the role was going to be.
This time does bring pressure. Up his back foot, slings it downfield. interception.
We were a little bit more aggressive with those names.
Said he's going to roll out. Is he going to launch for the end zone? He does. Fires it down there, and it's intercepted. Pressure with 4. Ball out quickly. Catch made by Panic. Play fake on 2nd and 1. Messier pitches wide.
We like the way that he covers. We like the play style. And we think there's room for him to continue to improve too. So add competition to that quarter room.
Down. Caroms incomplete. Has gone up to increase their margin. Washington.
Outside where the speed of Texas can go and clean it up. You get a lot of credit for being.
And we think that he can positively impact us and give us more depth early. And as he grows into something bigger, we'll see how that goes. Keyshawn, a player that physical brand of football, has really good size, can run. His ability to both play to play the linebacker position and also help on special teams.
Jackson off platform. Knocked down on the end. Take on. Jackson rolls their way. Hit as he throws.
Keyshawn Elliott again.
Outstanding job by Keyshawn Elliott. And there's 2nd and 10. Sprint roll. And a sack.
Hightower has a huge say in this whole deal too. We want to make sure those guys can perform on special teams, which is going to help them make the active roster, which is important. When you get back to the combine, and then you got some guys that maybe non-combine guys that do really good at pro day, that pop up on your radar. Jordan was one of them.
Comes 4 on the pressure. Drones up the pocket, and he'll be stopped.
A couple of times here.
Drones being flushed to his right.
As we got his name around the building, we were working together with the coaches. There's a level of excitement.
Salter to the air, in trouble, and Higgins smacked.
So he was a player that we identified that we want to go get. We didn't want to wait any longer. I don't think he would have lasted to us in the 7th. So
Tech's got to find some ways to keep them out of that area of the field. That's a 3-man rush.
I'll definitely say my explosiveness. I feel like that's something I pride myself in, being able to be strong at point of attack, like with my roll jump and my vert. That's something I really take pride in. Every day I'm training, I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
we're a little bit more aggressive, went and got him. You could tell with the energy that came through the building, and especially our D-line coaches, they were fired up. So really excited how we finished this draft.
I can appreciate the organization, the city of Chicago. I can appreciate the sacrifice, the growth that we've had as a team, and I can appreciate the growth that I've had, the trust that I've built with Ben and the other my other teammates and things like that. You want to have those positive things in your mind in those moments to be able to go out there and try and win a game. Win a bunch of games, you get into these games, playoff games, and you're winning, and you play these good teams, and you see what you have to go against. You see what championship level is. You see what you need to do to be at the position that you want to be at the end of the year. And so you see what you have to do, you figure it out, and when you get knocked down, you get back up.
There's some things that you just can't coach. He's got that about him. He's got a knack. He's clutch. He does so many good things. He's an eraser. I have plenty of bad calls each and every week, and he helps make it right for me. And I know he's feeling it because we didn't win and have some turnovers mixed in there, and he's feeling it. But he's one of those guys I'm talking about. We'll remember this feeling. He's gonna be stronger for it.